It is a lovely Tuesday evening in August in the middle of Saskatchewan. It's August the 7th, as a matter of fact, 2012, and we're looking due east from the environs of Sinnett. The Canadian Northern built its main line 25 miles north of here in 1904 and opened up the area, looking north up Range Road 213. Among the first settlers in this area was a group of Eastern Canadians of Irish descent led by Father John Sinnett, who brought them here and established the parish of St. Ignatius in 1906. This is the third church that stood on the property, Gothic Revival, built in 1928. The one built in 1915 acted as a school for a while. And the original church was built in 1905, I think, or maybe 06. Well taken care of. This was the heart of what would be called the Irish colony. First burial took place in 1905. Don't know if it's still being used or not. We're a couple of miles north of the railway crossing. It's just south down there. And there's another cemetery. There is the rail crossing looking north towards St. Ignatius Church up there. You can barely see it. There's a little cairn in the ditch marking the settlement of Sinnett, and this is the last surviving kept property other than farmland. The home of Dave Nakaneshny. And here he comes.
Oh yeah. So they left you the mayor of Sinnett, did they?
Nobody elected me. I just proclaimed myself. I just proclaimed myself the mayor of Sinnett for a damn joke. A lot of people get their jollies when I tell them that.
Well, I'm very pleased to meet you.
It don't bother me a hell of a lot one way or another. You know? If you don't like my joke, don't laugh.
That's a good philosophy. Well,
we're going to take a look at the rest of the town site. And here we are looking south across the rail crossing. This is where the last school stood.
There was that Loyola school there. There was a 3-room school.
A collection of buildings, actually. By 1910, Manresa and Loyola schools were in use, and they were combined on this site at some time or other. The Sisters of Service came to teach from 1940 to 1969 and made a big impact. And the school shut down in 1969 and became a community center till 1998 when the RM of Leroy number 339 sold it off. Sinnett was never incorporated as a village. It's always been a ward of the rural municipality. And we're looking northeast up the rail line that the CPR laid through here in 1921. The Melfort sub from Lanigan to eventually Grondit, 101.3 miles. At mile 6.6 from Lanigan, in 1922, the CPR dropped off a portable station here at Sinnett. There's the Loyola school cairn over there. And they sold it off in 1974, and now it's gone. Sinnett was a bustling place at one time.
Quite a few buildings. There's a hardware store right here. There was a 1, 2, pool house was back behind where those big trees were.
okay. How many elevators?
We had two. Pioneer and pool. They had 2
did
elevators
they?
here.
Well.
3-room school. They had actually had 2 stores at one time. Two grocery stores out there. There was quite a few residents out there.
The pool identified the place as Vigor on its 1924 map and had no elevator here, but did by 1933, right through to 1984, but gone from the 95 map. But it stood right in here.
Well, they went down quite they were one of the first ones to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went, the first wave of elevators went down. But they were getting pretty old and shaky and obsolete almost. They had small scales and trucks get bigger there. They couldn't weigh the big trucks and stuff.
The first post office was opened in this area on March 25th, 1907 by Thomas J. McGuire, and it was called McGuire's. Changed its name on September the 1st, 1908 to Sinnett to honor Father John. And it closed on February the 4th, 1969, when Charles Dunn closed the last business on this site. It was his store. Remembered are the Tallons, the Lavertys, the McEacherns, the Hayes brothers, Sullivans, Dunns, Slattery, Fence, Koverinskis.
Quite a few. But they're all gone,
Yeah.
One time there was a house down here, half a mile in here, and there were two people living over there, and one over there. This road was busy when about 40 years ago, when my boys were teenagers. There's a bunch of teenage guys in every family. There's a lot of families now.
And now there's not in Sinnett, Saskatchewan.